everyone, I'm here at the sewing studio and we're talking about shirring with elastic thread. So the first thing you have to do is get some elastic thread. I got this at Steinloff and Stoller. You can pretty much get it anywhere, even at Joann's, and it's just the springy elastic thread like this. You have to wind it by hand onto your bobbin, which sounds like it would be a real pain, but it's really not because this is quite thick, so it fills up a bobbin pretty quickly. The downside is that you go through bobbins very quickly. So to do the back of a dress, you'll probably need 3 or 4 bobbins, depending on how big it is. Okay, so start with the end of your thread, stick it up through the hole in your bobbin as you normally would. I'm just going to hold it in place with my left hand, and then you just start winding. And the thing to remember is that you need to give it a little bit of a stretch as you wind. And the way I do that is as I come up, I just remember to pull it a little bit. You're not winding very tightly, but you do want it to have a little bit of tension on there. So I just keep going. I find my hand gets in the way, so I'll turn it around and go like that. And then just eventually, I gotta keep unwinding here, wind the whole thing. But it's very important that you remember to give it that little tug at the top. Like that. And so, when finish, you cut off this extra bit right here, and then you go over to your machine. But let's talk about one more thing before we do that. And let's look at the top of this dress. So this is one back panel of a dress, and it'll have a center zipper here. So what I've done is I've turned under the top seam allowance. 5/8 of an inch is what I had here. So I pressed it under 5/8 of an inch, and then I pressed under the raw edge to meet it. So I just have a tiny little hem at the top here. So I'm going to start by stitching 1/8 of an inch away from the top, and then continue on at the bottom, and then go in 1/4 inch lines down from there. So let's go over to the machine. So you can stop it.